Hello everyone, this is Rosalind Henderson. It's so wonderful to be here on this Wednesday. You're at the Wednesday Spotlight, and today we're going to be talking to Teacherpreneurs. Those are the people that I love serving, and hopefully you're part of the groups that will sales steps for Teacherpreneurs. And this is a space that's dedicated to those teachers who are leaving the classroom to enter business, and you know you need a sales system to help you recoup your salary and to even make more than that. So today we're talking about your pathway to six figures. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far, and that the hump is not so humpy, and that you'll get to Friday readily. And I think a lot of teachers at this point should be rubbing their hands because they're either on vacation now, enjoying the summer, or you're close to doing that. So great. And this would be a good analogy, I think. Anytime you're taking a road trip, for instance, you need a map to get somewhere. You need a map to get to the destination. I love Google Maps. I don't care if you're traveling to New York, you're going to Tucson, Arizona, you're going to Houston, Texas, whatever. You need a map to help you get to where you need to go. And I love Google Maps, and it tells me how long it's going to take for me to get there. It'll tell me which routes to take and which streets to avoid. So likewise, when you're thinking about transitioning into the business world, it's a good practice to have all of those business tools laid out. And one of the biggest, most important business tools that you can have is to learn what do you need to do to make $100,000 a year. Yeah, I said $100,000 a year. You need to be able to have a roadmap which is going to lead you to the destination, $100,000 a year. Otherwise, you're just going to become frustrated, and it all just delays profitability. I come across so many entrepreneurs who know how they know what they want to make in a month, but the truth is that they have no clue, no idea as to how to get there. That I want you to forego. I want it to be clear rather than a mystery. So we're going to talk about the roadmap to six figures. Now, why am I even emphasizing $100,000? Well, you will see as a business person, as you get into it, that there's training that you have to do. You're eventually going to have a VA. You're going to be outsourcing. Uncle Sam is going to say, give me my amount. So the bare minimum that you want to make is $100,000 a year. So that's my suggestion. We could talk more about that in another video. So let's do a little bit of reverse engineering. You know you want to make six figures. That boils down to $8,333 a month. The question is, what do you have to do every day to make that a reality? Let's say, this is all hypothetical, it's different for everyone, but let's make this easy and say you have $1,000 product. And let me say that if you have $1,000 product, whether you're a life coach, health coach, sales trainer, Pinterest consultant, whatever, there needs to be a return on investment for your client. Meaning, for instance, how much more money can my client make if they take my 3-month sales course over the course of their business? I need to be able to communicate that. I need to communicate the return on investment. If I help you lose 60 pounds and you're enjoying better health, self-esteem, and energy, isn't that priceless? You need to be able to describe in detail the value that a client can get from your product or your service. All right, so far what have we talked about? We're saying, hey, we want to make $8,333 a month. Okay, we're talking about how to make that a reality. We already put a price, a hypothetical price, on a product or service. We're saying that it's $1,000, and we know we have to give more than $1,000 in terms of return on investment for our clients. Now, the question is, the next question, and I hope you have a pen and paper and you're writing this down. How many clients do you need to make $8,333 a month? Well, you determine you need 9. So if you're selling a product or service for $1,000 and you need 9 clients a month, okay, you'll easily get there. But let's say on the other hand, you're selling a $300 product. That's going to mean that you're going to need about 27 customers. Ouch. If that feels a little overwhelming to you, you might want to talk about raising your prices or restructuring your offer to make it easier for you. And by the way, teacherpreneurs, I want to highlight this. This is so important. When you're coming out of a 9-to-5 job, it takes time to adopt this perspective, but the perspective needs to become, as you become a business person, that you think about selling according to value as opposed to putting a price on your time. It's about the value you can provide rather than time, because clients, what do they want? More than anything, they want priceless results. Go back to the example that I just spoke about. It's a priceless result to help someone lose 60 pounds and to keep it off, and now their health is better. Now they have diabetes in remission, and now they have more energy to play with their kids. That's priceless. To be able to help a business owner go through a sales program and they now know that, my goodness, that $4,000 investment, that was fantastic, because I am making so much more over the course of my business. So begin to think about getting compensated for the magic that you provide for your clients. Okay, that was a by the way. So you need 9 clients a month. You learn through experience that for every 5 clients you book a week, you're able to close 2, which is a 40% close rate. Okay, so your goal is to close 2 clients every week. That's your goal. And what does that mean? That means, and some of this is guesstimating until you actually do it, and then you can put it in your formula. But it probably means, if you're going to set up 5 sales calls a week, that you are going to run about 20 to 25 sales calls a month. Then the question becomes this: how many new people do you need to talk to book 25 calls a week? And again, it's going to be different for everybody, depending on your business and how much you're selling your offer for and all that. But on average, you're probably going to reach out to 100 and 150 people a month to be able to book those 25 calls. Okay, so let's do another brief recap. So your goal is to close 2 clients every month. That means that we're going to run about 20 to 25 sales calls for the month. It means that you're going to have to do some outreaching to about 100 to 150 people, different ways to do that, so that you can book those 25 sales calls. All right, so next step, you want to spend at least an hour to an hour and a half each day sending those emails, talking to influential people who may have your target or ideal client in their circle. You want to go to networking events. You want to show up in others' Facebook groups, make those calls, do those coffee chats. Okay? You're doing that every day, Monday through Friday. That's 5 hours of networking each and every week. Why? Because we're looking to book those 5 sales calls each week, which is 25 a month. All right. That was a lot of information. What are you going to do with all this information? You're going to make it part of your daily schedule. This is the formula. You know that come rain or come shine that you're going to be working this routine. You already know. Okay, hour and a half every day. I am networking, and in whatever form you want to network. You know that your goal for each week is to set up 5 sales calls and to close 2. Because why? You need 8 clients at $1,000 a pop in order to make that $8,333 financial monthly goal. So knowing your numbers is critical in helping you arrive to your financial goal. What's so good about this is that it actually becomes the metric for you. If, for instance, you're going through your week and you see, oh my gosh, there's a big gap on Wednesday to where you are right now to where you want to be, you know that you're going to have to close that gap readily. Okay? And it also takes the mystery of what it takes to make $100,000. So the guesswork also and the emotions are taken out of the equation. You know what you have to do. You're working with numbers. You're working with a hard reality. So, what have you learned today? You learn of the importance of making $8,333 a month. That's a wonderful goal to shoot for. You learn the actions that you need to take. That you're going to be networking for an hour and a half each day in whatever form, fashion you want. You're going to be networking for 5 hours or even more a week. If I'm saying, let's see, 3, maybe even 6 or more hours. From there, you know, depending on your business, everybody's different, you know that you have to have maybe 5 sales appointments or whatever number set up each week. You understand your close ratio. And as you work this day in and day out, you get closer to that $100,000 a year. This is the pathway to 6 figures. Simple. So here's my offer to you. If you feel you need support in determining your pathway to 6 figures, sign up for your free mega sales session. And in it, you're going to enjoy putting together a personalized approach to your pathway to 6 figures. Or if you have other questions that you'd like for me to answer, you need support in other areas of sales, maybe it's objection handling or how to pitch your offer or other areas. Look, let's work together. It is a free 20-minute session. No brainer, right? So I want you to take advantage of this. I want you to take advantage of this mega sales session, and let's move you towards those 6 figures. Let's get you really proficient in sales. Now, all you need to do is to simply sign up. I'm going to put a Calendly link underneath this video, and you can sign up for your session. I would be so honored to work with you. Well, everyone, I hope you have a splendid, wonderful week. Until next time, peace and blessings. Bye-bye for now.